نحبك يا أبونا، نحبك كل أبونا، فدا القلب اللي ما نقدر بعد نحيا.
Proud to be Kuwaiti is back in its 7th edition, this time coinciding with Kuwait's National and Liberation Day celebrations. P2BK has become a major event across the country as it supports young and talented business leaders and entrepreneurs. P2BK is also extremely popular among the general public and local, regional and international officials, drawing crowds from all walks of life.
الحبيبة ما لقيت، انتي احساس المحبة والحنين، وافية يا ديرة فيها رضيت، انتي ارض الخير وارض الطيبين، مثل طيبتش الحبيبة ما لقيت، انتي احساس المحبة والحنين، وافية يا ديرة فيها رضيت، يا بعد أنا أفتخر كلي أنا عز وفخر، يا بعد عمري بعد روحي أنا أفتخر كلي أنا عز وفخر.
Proud to be Kuwaiti is a non-profit organization that helps promotes young Kuwaiti talent, young entrepreneurs, small businesses and Kuwaiti achievements. We've been working with Proud to be Kuwaiti for the past 7 years, and this obviously happens to be our 7th event. Today is the start today is the start of our annual event, the Proud to be Kuwaiti event, and will hopefully continue for the next 4 weeks. As for our new edition this year, we've added something within the entertainment, and we have created the biggest sand village of the world, as you happen to see behind me. This sand village was created by more than 73 sand sculptors, of which 10 of them were the top in the world, coming from 23 different countries. And we're quite happy to say that this is the biggest sand village of the world. We're describing the story, and the theme is the story of the 1001 Nights. We would like to welcome Kuwait's visitors, especially during this month, which is a special month to all of the Kuwaitis, February, where also our National Day happens to be on the 25th and 26th. Looking forward to welcoming Kuwait's visitors into something new, something that's quite unique, something that has never happened in the world before.
Zritaj Bandar, I'm a Kuwaiti designer, and this is my first time with Proud to be Kuwaiti. I mostly design casual clothes, and I take care of looking good and feeling good, like something that is really comfortable for girls, and at the same time they stand out in what they're wearing.
ورد طيبين مثل طيبك الحبيبة ما لقيت انتي احساس المحبة والحنين وافية يا ديرة فيه ربيت يا بعد عمري بعد روحي انا.
Over 70 of the world's best sand artists came to Kuwait and collaborated with the Proud to Be Kuwaiti Festival to produce and create one of the best festivals that Kuwait has ever seen. And we're here with one of the sand artists who's here to talk to us about the whole process. Can you tell me how much work went into this project itself?
Well, a lot of work, first of all. We arrived halfway October, and we started with the build-up, which means the building of the blocks of sand before we can start to bring in the sculptors to start sculpting these sculptures you see over here. And then when the sculptors arrived, we carved the sand for about 6 weeks until what you see now.
The group itself, over 70 artists from all over the world have come here. Where are you from, and can you tell me a little bit about some of the others' backgrounds?
I'm from the Netherlands, Europe. Yeah, and the people literally came from all over the world. We had people from South America, Mexico, North America, USA, Canada, all over Europe, people from Asia, Singapore, Japan, Korea, and most of these artists are full-time sand artists.
Now I have to ask, what happens if it rains? Are you taking any precautions for the weather and things like that?
Well, we have heard that it never rains in Kuwait, but unfortunately, we found out that it does. So halfway the project, we had a big storm, which made quite some damage, but we were able to fix it. And we all left halfway December, and then in January there was a big storm again. So me and 9 others came back to do the reparation on the sculptures over here, and we've been working for 3 weeks now, and it's almost done. I think 1-2 more days and we finished, and everything looks brand new. So we do spray the sculptures with a solution to fix it, to make the outer layer stronger, but it was not strong enough to prevent the sculptures to be damaged after the heavy rain in January.
Now you're also performing or giving live demonstrations to the public here. Can you tell me what that entails, and what is the reaction among some of the people that have been watching?
Well, we haven't started the demo sculpting yet because we're still fixing the sculptures. So in about 1 or 2 days, the demo sculpting will start. But of course, now we're fixing the sculptures. People have a lot of questions as well. I think I can say that everyone is amazed. Everyone knows what sand is in Kuwait or in the Middle East, and people say that they haven't seen anything like this before. And yeah, I'm very happy to hear all these positive reactions.
Finally, what does it mean to be part of the world's largest sand festival, and it's here happening in Kuwait?
Well, it was, first of all, a wonderful event. The organization treated us very well. We felt very welcome here in the festival, and yeah, like you say, it is the biggest ever. I've never worked on something as big as this, and I'm very proud to see what happened. Also, after we left, so much has changed. What they did to decorate the park, it looks fantastic. So I'm very happy.
Well, thank you so much, Lucas, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
1001 Nights, which is what the Sand Festival is themed around, is based on the story of King Shahriyar, whose wife betrayed him, and then as a result decided to marry a different woman every night and then execute her the next day. However, Shahrazad decided to tell him a story every night for 1001 nights in order to save her life, and thus gave him 3 sons in the end. International Festival has earned the title of the world's largest sand festival, and it's only fitting that they've chosen the stories of the 1001 Nights. So now let's take a look at the various sculptures that depict this well-known tale. You're here in Kuwait as part of a team of sand artists from all over the world. Can you first of all introduce yourselves?
My name is Susanne Russelen and I'm from the Netherlands.
Ilya Filimonsov from Russia.
Now, what does it mean to be part of this group, to work on the world's largest sand festival?
It's very nice. I wasn't here actually for the build-up. I only came here for the repairs, and I never saw the sand sculpture this big. It's really huge. It's very interesting to see. Yeah.
So how much preparation goes into something like this?
I think, well, as I said, I wasn't here, but I know about the sand sculpture, and I think it was a lot of work because it's so huge. They have to put all the sand in wooden forms and compact them each, and they put a lot of water, and they're very high, the forms, so it's a lot of work. And then organize all the sculptors to come in here and have dinner and sleep somewhere, and it's a lot of work, I think, yeah, a lot of months of work.
And have you made preparations in case of bad weather or things like that?
We put a little bit, when we finish the sculpture, we spray on glue mixed with water, and it makes like a skin that protects from rain, but not from too much rain. If it's too much, then it's still just sand and it will have some damage, so then we repair it.
Well, let's hope the raining season is over now, and people can enjoy. Are you looking forward for the audience to come in and view it?
Yeah, it's nice to see the reaction if the people like it. Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you so much to both of you, and best of luck with your trip here in Kuwait. Thank you. So we're here now, finally, with the owner of the Sand Sculpture Company, who's here to talk to us a bit about the preparation that went into this festival. Now, it's been titled the world's largest sand festival. We can't stress that enough. What did it entail to get this all to become materialized?
Well, that's funny because there was two of us involved in the planning of this, and we were just trying to. He just left a couple of days ago, but we were trying to figure out when did we actually start full time, and we think it was like in June. And so as early as 8 months ago, we started drawing up plans for the general layout. We knew that the size, the area that we had to fill in, but then we had to, fill it with sculptures and then figure the crowd and all that stuff. And so it was a couple of months of working a layout that my client that we all could work with. And then it was reading all the stories, and that was a good several weeks of reading, you know, to try to condense a certain story down to just one panel. You know, there's a few stories here that there's a few panels, you know, like the Aladdin, but also the 40 Thieves stuff. But then there's other stories that, you know, you just try to capture the story in one panel, and so that was part of the trick. And then it was hiring the staff, you know, to come carve that, and it was a lot of work. I mean, we had volumes of books of stuff that we'd drawn up, and we had, you know, it was just a lot of stuff. So it was 8 solid months of work for some of us to get this off the ground.
Now, one of the unique aspects about this village is that the sand artists that have collaborated have come from all parts of the world. How did you manage to gather all these artists together?
Well, it is a small world I live in, and there is probably only, I would guess, maybe 200 professional sand sculpting artists that make a living doing sand. A lot of the artists right now that work on this job are doing snow and ice, you know, and so they spend their times in the winter months doing snow and ice in Europe and China and places like that, and then we do sand in the summer months. And you know, with the internet now and all that stuff, and Facebook, everybody knows everybody in this industry. So, you know, we sent out invites to about 100 people, and all told, I think it was 72 people came to this event from, I think it was 21 or 22 countries altogether. You know, there was more Dutch, and then there was Russians, Canadians, and Americans, and then there was about 16 or 18 other countries. Like, we had 2 guys from Korea, and I'd met them last summer on a project and invited them, and so that was nice. We had a guy from Africa and from all over. The only place we didn't have anybody come was from South America. Just didn't get anybody from that part of the world.
How much concentration does this job entail, and can anybody do it?
Yes, anybody can do it. They have to practice though, and that's the thing, is that to be good at anything, I think you have to practice at it. And everybody has some art talent, and it always bothers me that people come up to me and freely admit how unartistic they are. I can't even draw a stickman. I hear that all the time, but that's because they never really spend any time at it. But how much concentration? It does take a bit of concentration, you know, and it's especially difficult when people are watching you work. You know, actually, for this job, we spent most of the time working by ourselves and stuff, and you collaborate with other people. But it's not like a studio where you're by yourself and things like that. So it's a different kind of a hat you wear when you're working in the public eye. But it takes practice, you know, and you just have to learn how to use the tools and to get the dexterity to be able to do the things you want it to do.
Everybody knows the famous tale of Ali Baba, so let's open sesame and enter Ali Baba's cave. Tour of the Ramal International Sand Festival, and now we're going to go take a look at another event this week, the 4th Popular Heritage Festival that was inaugurated by His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah in Al Salmi area.
شيخنا صيته تعدى كل صيت، شيخنا في كفه القاسي يلين، تسهر عيون عشان أهل الكويت عاش أبو ناصر لنا طول السنين شيخنا صيته تعدى كل صيت شيخنا في كفه القاسيين تسهر عيون عشان أهل الكويت يا بعد عمري بعد روحي أنا أفتخر كلي أنا عز وفخر.
In keeping with the traditional heritage of Kuwait from the desert, we now come to the heart of the downtown for the Al Mubarakiyya Festival. And we're here at the Al Mubarak kiosk, which served once as the first legislative tribunal of the country. So it is no wonder that every year the government holds its annual celebration here. Well, we're here now with Mrs. Dana Al-Taqi, who's the head of the organizing committee of the Mubarakiyya Festival. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you for being here.
Can you start by telling us what is this festival? This is the first year that you've organized it, right?
Yes, correct. This expo is Mubarakiyya Expo. We did this to support small businesses on 4 phases. We have around 100 participants taking place in every phase. So total we have 400 participants. All of them, they've been here and they've been choosing to be participating here according to a committee. This committee evaluated their business in terms of business development, brand image, photography, brand awareness, etc. So everyone here, today we can say that they're potential big businesses to be taking place. All of them, they're Kuwaitis. Non-Kuwaitis are not allowed to take place at this expo. We have more than 100, as I just mentioned. All of them are either specialized in food and beverage or fashion or let's say educational programs. So they're diverse, and I'm honestly very proud to have them all here.
Now, you received some support from various institutions and government agencies, is that right? From the Ministry of Information?
Yes, honestly, our main sponsor today is His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabal Sabah. He's our only sponsor here. Accordingly, we got the support of all of the governmental sectors from the Ministry of Interior and Information and all of that.
And what does it mean to be able to organize this expo for the first time during these months that they're celebrating the national holidays?
Honestly, having a look, having the people's look and smiling and happiness is definitely a pleasure, especially within the February, which is the month of celebrations in Kuwait. Everyone is happy. We have good quality of people. We have good quality of products and projects and participants. Honestly, we do not have this. And I also forgot to mention that this is zero cost to participate. So this technically is the first time happening in Kuwait. To have an exhibit area or an exhibitor spot without any cost.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for organizing this completely unique experience here in the heart of the capital.
Thank you so much.
People of all ages are here and they're celebrating the national days, and a lot of them have very interesting and unique ways of expressing their solidarity and patriotism. And we're joined here by some lovely ladies.
Yes, I'm very lovely. We are always celebrating in February because on our Liberation Day, National Day, we are very happy and very proud. I hope all Kuwaitis coming to Barkia to feel happy with us and enjoy with us. I hope everything is going right on time in our country and Islam world. I hope that.
The Al Mubarak kiosk has served as many roles throughout its past, and now it just serves as a reminder to the country's deep and rich history and is a point for celebration. So it is no wonder that an annual event is organized right here in the heart of the capital. That's it for this week's episode, but we'll be back with you next week to give you more of the events, the traditional events that have been held throughout the country.
نحبك يا أبونا نحبك كل أبونا فدا القلب اللي ما نقدر أبد نحيا بدونه لأن الله معانا دعيناه عطانا الشيخ أبو ناصر وغرقنا بحنانه نحبك يا أبونا